breath and relax.
Seventh dimension.
Namaste and Lakech, my family, and welcome to Morning Coffee. I'm your host, Rion Day Rowan. Here we go. And happy Valentine's Day. How you guys doing out there across planet Earth? Got a lot of downloads and things for you guys. Let me make sure this isn't too... How's that? Make sure it's not too loud in your ears. A little ASMR. Happy Valentine's Day, planet Earth. You guys having fun? So, we've got a lot of things to do. A lot of things to discuss and a lot of happy updates. I know it's a little crazy out there across planet Earth, so I wanted to kind of get in here, talk about some things, expose some things. You know, how you guys doing out there? Let me turn this on. Luke is in the building. What's up, Luke? Sunfire Goddess always. Happy V-Day. Listen, you know, it's a V for Vendetta. Come on, UK. Remember. Tuesday is the year of the fire horse. So we have I believe it's a lunar eclipse. We have a ring of fire going to be around the sun on Tuesday coming up here. February 17th. Another thing too. I was going to my past videos and I said January 16th, everything changes. Now I got to be honest with you. My guide said the 16th, everything changes. So I don't know if it was in January, there were some things behind the scenes that flipped, or if they were talking about February, because they just said the 16th, everything changes. So, come on, baby. Let's start the abundance. Let the abundance rain all over my body. You know what I mean? It's like a Whitesnake video up in here. Just let the golden coins of Creator just wash the planet clean. All the star seeds have everything they need, you know? So, I got a lot of insights for you guys. We can just jump right in. Year of the Files, man. Let's go. Solar eclipse. Sorry, thanks, Nee. Solar eclipse. It's gonna be a ring of fire, and you will be visible if you guys are out in AZ. Funny enough, the path of progression goes right through Flagstaff, Arizona. I saw the path of progression. Very interesting. So, last night, my guides woke me up at 4 in the morning. You know what we do for each other. That's all I got to say, right? I'm getting up, waking up at 4 in the morning, and they're like, please remember these 3 important facets of your dream. I'm like, there's business things going on in 5D. What does that mean? You guys, we're already there in the other dimensions. This is the last dimension to shift. They showed me us working in teams. They showed places that we are gathering to work and facilitate big things. They showed how all the energies are going to be working together. And that's everyone across the earth, by the way. This is not just a Sedona thing or a US thing. This is the entire planet. So what's on the other side of all this chaos? We know that that thing in Iran popped off early this morning or late last night, let's just say. And we know there's a lot of stuff being cleaned up on the earth. But I just wanted to tell you that all of these things are going to come into alignment. There's a lot of stuff that needed to be cleaned up. We're talking about, goodness gracious, 30 plus years of complete ridiculousness in the behind the scenes, hidden hand, what is it? I'm all jumbled. The deep state, right? So the more and more I push on the gas and we push on the gas, the main thing I was explaining to my guides was, hey, listen, some of us signed up for a very specific timeline. And I want you guys to think about this too. Okay. And we're going to get into more of the awesome downloads that we are about to receive. My main thing was that like 2017, there was a timeline adjustment. My particular incarnation contract or agreement for me to be here during this great transition, and many of my fellow brothers and sisters that are starseeds that literally herald from other royal families in the galaxy, not this outskirt planet in the boonies of the Milky Way galaxy. Sorry to just keep it 100 with you. But you guys, this entire collective signed an agreement for us to come down here. And I said by 2017, we were supposed to have everything we needed to do. Now, I know there's CERN, I know there's weird stuff going on, and I know there was more of an inflection upon how ingrained, right, and how many things were hiding in the ground and in these underground bases, and how after Tartaria, some of these groups never stopped creating bullet train lines, maglev trains, underground military bases, you name it. So the good news is, almost 10 years later, that 2026, all of those reports have been turned in. So what does that mean for everyone ensouled on this planet? It means that the upper echelon of our oversouls are actually involved in the game, and actually galactic oversouls or universal oversouls are overseeing them. Normally in a planetary evolution, you would never have beings of the Galactic Alliance actually show up and monitor a planet going through a basic evolution. It's like bringing a plasma photon gun to a butter knife fight. It is nuts. You're talking about beings that are 1 billion years more advanced than what's going on down here. 1 billion years more advanced. We're saying beyond the Orion Collective. We have other beings from other galaxies here. Okay. That being stated, I just want everyone to kind of know and chill and kick back that if they're involved in this game, they're going to be cross-checking every single thing above, below, and every single one's higher selves. That's why it gets nervous. How I know this. Well, I didn't want to tell you guys last week, but about a week and a half ago, I had a conversation, again, around 3 in the morning. And I said, I think we should actually call in some beings that oversee different sectors of the galaxy. And I said, I need to make a phone call. This phone call went out, and some of these beings showed up, and they're very, very large. And especially in Sedona. The one thing I can see through my third eye is I can see people's, now their higher selves, facial expressions. And I can see their body movement. So it's almost kind of like how a predator sees. Like I see body movement and facial expression. So I saw these beings show up. Like, yeah, what does the vessel need? And I was like explaining what's going on with the timeline adjustment. Not the polarity game, not who's in control of the planet, not the belief system, not the dogma, not the religions, none of that. It was someone artificially made a timeline adjustment in 2017, and it basically voided many of our contractual agreements for us in choosing to come to this planet and incarnate. So you have a direct free will violation on galactic emissaries who are actually ensouled in avatars on the planet. So that is a completely different level of free will game. This isn't a lower dimensional, I'm just trying to make it to 5D. You're talking about beings that are a billion years ahead of the ascension curve that sent their lower selves into a video game to monitor it and then are noticing things that are not, like I said, for the past 15 years, I feel personally, there has been a block on some of the oversouls or ultra terrestrial beings from actually getting involved and seeing what's really going on down here. So that being stated, I just want you guys to know, if you're waking up to a higher level of consciousness, yes, all of these things are being clocked every plank second. Every single bullet that's fired, every single breath that is exhaled in any country on this earth, every single blink that is going by is being monitored and recorded right now. Every single thought pattern is being recorded. Every single person's higher self is being recorded, because this is what I wanted to express to you guys. These beings in Sedona got really nervous when these galactic type emissaries showed up. They were all like, at attention. And these dudes walked up like, is that the guy who made the phone call? I was like, over here, bro. I was like, and I just unloaded like a PDF file that was like 10 years old. It was everything my energy body and my entire aura and everything that I have absorbed, probably more than 10 years of data transferred to this dude. And he goes, thank you so much. We'll get right back to you. So there are higher, I'm just trying to be real. There are some higher level beings engaged, which actually oversee like swatches of the galaxy. This is not a planetary thing. This is not like the Sol system. This is like, there are beings that are coming in here going, what seems to be the issue? Direct violations of timeline modifications is one of the greatest penalties you could ever get. No species is allowed to adjust and mess with timelines. That's what we got going on down here. Okay. It's not about a normal evolutionary thing. Someone is jumping, other species are jumping back in time and changing our future. So it's one of the gnarliest things. It's way beyond free will. It's way beyond, but I'm a good person. No. You got extraterrestrials and advanced species jumping back in time and making adjustments in our past, which is affecting our whole collective future. That is completely against all galactic and universal law. So I just want to be crystal clear with that. When these adjustments do take place, how are they going to do it? In human terms, there's a solar flash. Okay, well, can we go into a deeper functionality of a flash of vibration, which actually peels us from a lower dimension into a higher dimension? The bifurcation's real. We have these human terms to try to explain energetically what's going on. I'm trying to express to you, there's a higher ordinance which actually stepped up in here and actually I turn the report in, just like you guys and your higher selves are turning these reports in. I want them to take a look at the timeline. Not people's normal evolution, but this whole thing has been adjusted in favor of a polarity and a species that is not in direct, what can I say? They are in direct violation of every protocol I can imagine. Why? They're unensouled. 2, they're being controlled by an ulterior motive and force. And 3, it's a bleed over from why some of the things that have happened on this planet are continuing to happen on this planet. This is a, let's just say we've been down here 3 times. Say every 25,000 years and change, some of us show up here. Every cycle, maybe you could show up twice a cycle. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that this has been an ongoing cleanup of some of the stuff that was washed over on this planet. You guys, we had a mud flood, 150, 200 years ago? 30 feet of soil on the entire surface of North America. No one's talking about it. You got giants being written out of textbooks. No one's talking about it. Abe Lincoln talks about it in his address. No one talks about it. My thing is that there's something with this graduating class and the fire and the purity and the beauty inside of you. Some of us are down here running numbers on every single soul on the surface of this world. And I'm not saying it's me, but I'm saying everything's being calculated right now. Everything is like a Hogwarts sorting hat. You guys like Harry Potter? Here's the thing. Everyone's being sorted right now. So there's people that don't have their heads in the sand like an ostrich going, what's happening to me with their, no, there's people that are staring, having conversations going, how can we adjust this without, here's what you have to realize too, because we're a little older, ladies and gents, especially our souls. How do we adjust this planet so it's not so we don't create a bunch of collateral damage and karma for a 12-year-old? Imagine you're 6 or 12 years old right now. How do we do this without affecting the young? How do we do this without affecting the children more so than they've already been affected with these weird policies? And I'm not even going into that, in the jab and all this shit. But how do we do that where it's as graceful as possible? See, that in that moment, that's the mastery. How can you have a shift, clean all this stuff up, and do it in a graceful manner? That grace is what comes from the divine. That divinity is source. Source doesn't want anyone to suffer. That is not what that program is. So, or that aspect, or that energy, or that creation of all things is. So, I think there's a lot of copycats to Source, and I think that a lot of people think that, oh, Source created everything, including the copies. I can say that there is a barrier to this universe. The Pleiadians talk about it, the deep black. There are entities and energies that live out there. The Pleiadians have been to the edge of the universe, let's just say. And when I heard about this, I jumped over there. I talked to my Pleiadians, and I was like, dude, show me the Blu-ray movie of what they saw. The reason why a lot of beings don't want to cross into the deep black is because it changes you permanently, changes your DNA permanently. You will permanently be changed. There is no, my technology can change me back. No. The deep black is something that some of us have memory of. And I mean some, I mean, let's say the most evolved version of your soul that ever existed, maybe 2 of them have seen it. There are beings in this game that have seen things that were a part of the Electric Wars, that are from Orion, do have heritage there, have been in the Electric Wars, have been in the Orion Gate Wars, was here for Lemuria and Atlantis. There's a reference I'm trying to express, and from my heart, is this. This collective is going to have to make a choice. And this choice is going to come from this abundance, which is going to begin, hopefully, this whole, movement, this domino effect, hopefully starts on Tuesday, when the year of the fire horse. But I want to express something even older to you. To be able to lead the younger generations through these times and explain to them in a cool, calm, and logical manner of why we went through some of these trials and tribulations, to essentially extract the wisdom from all of this chaos, is going to be something each and one of my friends and family, you ascended masters out there, are going to have to do for the entire planet. In every single language, no matter what territory you're watching my face from, or when you watch this in the future. Yes, we are here right now. It's a happy Valentine's Day. But I'm saying is that there's something in me that's trying to it's trying to ring true. They're like, remember last time? Remember how we messed up last time? Remember how we overcompensated last time? There's something in this golden timeline that I want us all to remember. That's the most important reason why we're here, is to assist and stay and maintain that golden timeline for literally the future of the human species. The future of a Terran in the future. So not some weird nerded Borg modded out synthetic clone. The real organic life force source filled ensouled divinity of the universe creating and visualizing itself. The true mastery of our souls. Anything other than that is always going to eventually fall back towards that golden timeline. If you don't believe me, ask the Greys and ask the Zetas what happens when you take Origato Mr. Roboto into the 6th dimension and you hit the wall. So, yes, there is a wall that you'll hit in the 6th dimension. So, the reason why everyone's coming back here is to get back into your heart. So, I'm just reminding everyone, in here is where you find your home. In your heart is where you find peace. In here is where you find joy. And a lot of people, let's talk about this for Valentine's Day. No matter who you're with in life and who you love, when you fix your own heart and you kind of go through your own shadow integrations, or you kind of figure out what makes you tick, you figure out what makes you calm, you figure out what makes you enjoy your day, the sooner you can get through that, the sooner you're going to make everyone's life around you that much better. And for a lot of us dragons out there that have our dragon DNA, and a lot of us Lyrans out there that have this Lyran DNA, above the subsets of, all the hybrids that came after, there's something in our hearts that once you master that whole in your heart, you realize that you are the sun, you are the universe expressing itself, and you can create and do anything. At any given point in time, you can manifest whatever you want. This game is literally melting before us. So all I can say is just try and stay positive, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's easy for me to say that. I'm saying I'm having moments of like, I'm 10,000 years old. I'm 40. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm 10,000 years old. Hi. I like a cup of coffee. Like I'm going back and forth in between like my soul patterning and then how I'm explaining that. My soul patterning, which is eternal, and how I'm explaining that. You guys may be going through the same thing, is what I'm trying to tell you. You guys are getting woken up at 2, 3 in the morning. Remember this. There's groups going, okay, I'm going to do this, then we'll pull cards. The braid. This is very important. Right now, it's happening right now. I saw it live last night, okay? If you guys are clipping videos, this is probably where you want to clip it. Dimensional braiding. I saw in the field, imagine we're a bunch of avatars in this digital video game. Okay, close your eyes. You see everyone's energy body from the entire city or area you're in. I saw Oversouls, the larger beings in the Oversoul collective, you, mind you, reaching down to the lower dimensions, and they were pulling up everyone's cables, and they were sorting them like this. Like this one's orange, this one's green, and like say this one was gold. And I saw them take this gold cable, and they went through another. They were sifting timelines like this. When they found another golden one, they put them together and they seared them like sing. And they were literally taking your guys' path, your reality, your dimension you wish to be in, your future self. Like they were assisting in braiding those dimensional timelines together with your brothers and sisters. So that's what I'm trying to say. They are literally braiding. Those that are ready to jump are going to jump. And I watched them braiding the timelines last night. So I just wanted to kind of say that out there. There is a higher power. There is an oversoul, whatever God, whatever that is for you. There's enough eyes on this game right now that the big ladies and gents out there are involved, and they are hands-on in making sure that your reality is the timeline you chose based upon your own free will, which again is a universal law. So that's why I had to say that whole referencing of in the beginning of this dissertation or conversation was about the timeline adjustment, maybe that CERN did, or all these weird adjustments and how this weird negative shit showed up and how we had a coup in the United States and the guy was wearing a mask for 5 years, 4 years, and the real Biden was shot in 2019. It's in the Epstein files. Or how about the 6 cures for cancers they found in the Epstein files? And now China and Russia are releasing a vaccine for cancers, okay, this month. All of this stuff, ladies and gents, go look it up. Punch in any word I just said right there and look it up. So what I'm trying to say is that those timeline adjustments are happening now, and you guys are being braided with like vibrational beings that are meant to be on the golden timeline. Okay. There's a lot of beings that joined us, hence all these Mandela effects that are from an alternate parallel reality. What's happening now is we are so aware of these Mandela effects, like the Bernstein Bears, it's Bernstein Bears, not Barnstein. All of these things that we catch, they're going, okay. Consciously, we realize your free will has been violated because this is not what you agreed to when you came down here. This was not in my agreement contract. This subset of parallel realities bleeding into mine was not part of it. Or I would have chosen a different path. Maybe we would have chose different parents. Maybe if we would have known we were walking into apocalypto, that we'd have been like, yeah, I'm not going to choose I'm going to go ahead here. We would have course corrected. That's what I'm getting to. So it's a direct free will violation was taking place down here. So abundance is inbound. And I just love you guys so much. Yes, 100%. Abundance, unfolding, inbound. Ungolding like a Fibonacci. Yeah, show. I love it. So I just want you guys to know it's all here, baby. I just want you guys to know inside of your hearts, these things are being, all your questions that you have in your subconscious, there are beings working on it right now. I'm lucky enough to actually see them braiding golden beings. They were taking you and they were taking someone else across the planet and they were going like this, 2 golden ones. And they took the 2 streams of the timelines you guys exist on, your reality that runs your whole thing. They took both the timelines, they synced them, and then they sealed them. And they were taking another golden tribe. And they were taking it, and they were sealing. So that's what I'm trying to say. You guys should all feel very, I know it's crazy out there on the surface. I'm telling you, though, behind the scenes, there are some real hands-on things to benefit you, your soul, your loved ones, your family, and the abundance for this earth. Okay? Not only in this reality, but all. Okay, let's get to some cards. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, so that's what I watched for an hour. I was like, wow, you guys are brave. And then I was like, who's that? I was like asking questions like imagine like, I don't know, I can't explain the visuals I get. I'm like, I'm seeing this like whole, imagine somebody pulling up your whole reality and then pulling you out of your house and going, she's ready. And then like going, yep, and grabbing this person out of this reality and go, yeah, you guys are, and you guys literally glow gold. By the way, it's like everything is color coded in the universe. So most people, like I say, the red zone, the root, it's like 3D, right? Super 3D. You guys ever been downtown New York? The entire city was built in red zone. Then you got your sacral orange, you got your solar golden, right? You got some of that are rocking the green heart, your blue, your throat chakra, your purple, your third eye, your white, your crown. There's many other colors, but for this particularly, it was the golden tribe. So the golden tribe right now is being sorted. I just wanted to give you that heads up right now. All right, let's get to some cards, man. You guys having fun out there? That's what I wanted to tell you. Yeah. There's no one confused watching this game. Every time you blink and some of you guys can see energy and the cables and everything and all the nature, there's beings here that stepped in because this thing is not what we agreed to. So they're like adjudicators showed up. So that goes for all the hierarchy on this planet. When adjudicators show up, shit gets real quick because they have authority over the entire system. It's like system operators showed up and are going, okay, well, let's fix this. They're not negative. They're not good nor bad. They're just completely 100% neutral. What seems to be the issue? Okay, we'll take this timeline or take this timeline. Yeah, I see what happened here, where they're playing with some sort of weird Tonka toys, Lego, CERNs. Oh, magnetic. That's cute. I mean, if they're saying that you're talking, the beings that have our cables in their hands are billions of years old. I can't put it in human terms what that looks like. Everyone's higher self who was watching this was like this. They're like this. Everyone, I'm talking about every single dimensional plane was like this. Whoa. Holy shit. It's like they saw a blue whale for the first time in the ocean. Like they didn't know these beings exist. They're like, whoa, they're here? Why are they here? I thought we were doing it. And they're like, yeah, well, someone adjusted the timeline. You guys are fantastic, but someone artificially adjusted the timeline. They only show up when someone messes with time. And remember, time's a perceptual thing, right? Because everything's in 5Ds happening simultaneously. There's an artificial change that was never meant to happen. So for all those guys out there thinking that the universe is always, I'm like, listen, yeah, source fixes everything. By the way, these beings are a lot closer to source than you could ever imagine. So it's like source's honor guard showed up. So hit me. They sit outside of time. They monitor evolution on many dimensional planes. They also monitor the gateways and traveling vectors and polarities of beings which interact not only in your local group, but the entire sector itself. These beings have no malice. They simply assist Creator in programming the universe. The fact that you saw one is very rare. Cards. Thank you. By the way, I didn't sign up for that, just so we're clear. I'm like, hey, you want to see Oz behind the screen? I'm like, I don't know. I was going to wake up and make pancake. Can I have a pancake and a cup of coffee? Sure, I'll stare at the adjudicator of the entire left side of the universe. That'd be fantastic. No, just letting you guys know, we don't sign up for some of these jobs. I got to be 100 with you. I didn't know I was going to see that. So, hello. Let's get to card time. Banners. Card time. All right. Dragon Riders. Let's get it. I told you I'd share it. I did. You're welcome. First Dragon Rider card is Raphael and Tobit. Raphael and Tobit. Can't even see that dude. He's a green dragon. Raphael has spoken. My name means God heals, and I am sending you my light. You will receive the gift of divine order on every level. Well, that isn't spot on. Raphael and Tobit. Love it. On every level. That's for sure. That's for sure. Every level. I need some background music, you guys. We having fun? All right. We're just going to pull cards. Just, See, that's a great question. That's a great question because we know we had that 6 months before December 21st, 2012, we had an asteroid that the entire U.S. government, all world governments thought was going to hit the planet, and it actually passed in between the moon and Earth. They did not warn us. They did not tell us. Thank God it passed by, but it would have ended life on Earth. And that was 6 months before December 21st, 2012, 6 months before then. So the Mayan calendar would have been dead on. Now, in a parallel reality, did that asteroid hit, all of these souls, instead of, they think they die in their parallel reality, they blend into ours, they overload the system, and now we got all these weird Mandela effects, and CERN, I don't know. I just have a lot of questions, and I honestly, personally don't think the beings that operate CERN are even operating at a level dimensionally to actually have a full calculation of what they're playing with. I think a lot of ultra-terrestrial, extraterrestrials, and parallel realities probably look at the humans at this level of intelligence as children. Or naive. Okay? All right. All right, let's get it. Next dragon card. How did you wake up? I'm like, I saw people getting blended together. Golden timeline, man. That's what you got to give you guys a heads up. There's large moves happening. I think this year the Fire Horse, I think it's really going to fire off, and I'm really hoping for the best for the entire planet, dude. I'm hoping they wrap this thing up in Iran, get those guys out of there, get the people of Iran freedom, get rid of some of this dark stuff, and kind of reset the format, because there are other principalities that incarnated on this planet that will have their agreements validated, regardless of who's running or who they think is running this planet. The beings that showed up don't care who you are, what bloodline you come from, or even what reality. They sit outside of time. They're just like, yeah, I'll adjust that, no problem. There was no question of if, or if they could. It was like, yeah, I'm on it. No worries. So, that's the level of beings that are actually here monitoring right now. Saga and Shalaya Shadagan. I think I've had this one before. Shadagan. Drink from the holy water of wisdom, and from now on, follow the way of self-awareness. Be like water. Flow freely and unhindered along your path, along your life path. Okay? So... condolences, my love. Condolences. Yeah, something happened in 2017. It was 2017 is when that timeline adjustment happened. So some of us that are aware were awake in 2017, let's just say. Yeah, we were aware that something altered our reality, our timeline. All right. Lyrins. Let's get it. Let me see what I have here. My audio on. Okay. No, we're good. All right. Yep. I just shared that with you guys. There's all these beings showing up like, what do you mean the adjudicators are here? I'm like, listen, I'm not. What do you want me, Gabriel? Am I supposed to carry a horn around? Why don't you ask your lower self if they've seen one? Like, what do you mean the adjudicators are? I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. They're here. And I got bigs jumping over here from South Africa. What do you mean the adjudicators are here? White Lion Collective. Opportunity, time of inspiration, gates opening. Let's go. White Lion Collective. Opportunity, time of inspiration, gates opening. Okay. I'm just a messenger. I'm just the messenger, man. Hey. Be nice to the messenger, man. I don't know. They got me down here. I feel like Will Ferrell. Like, what do I do with my hands? I'm staring at very large beings walk through the collective. I don't know what you want me to say. It's not what you read in any storybook. That I can promise you. We want you guys to have fun. That's what these guys are. They're explaining. We want you guys to have fun, not worry about some things. Trying to get this ascension back on the positive heart space, upliftment for the earth. The only thing that fixes some of this chaos is love. Not everyone going into fear or separation or differences. The fastest way out is love and balance. So I'm just trying to remind everybody of that. Forgiveness and love is the fastest way out. So it's easy to say. I know that it's harder to do, but I'm trying to remind you, love. For all my fellow Valentines out there, I love you. You're going to have a fantastic night. Okay. And I was asked to DJ again. We'll see. Might be a surprise. Valentine's Day. DJ Star Lord. Coming in hot. I might make a Valentine's Day song for you. All right. Central Heart. Partnership, soulmate, clarity, heart guides. For all you guys out there on Happy Valentine's Day. Central Heart. Partnership, soulmate, clarity, heart guides. Okay. That's for all my fellow little Valentines out there. You know what I mean? You hold on tight, man. Hold on to that golden timeline. All right. How was Earth? That was fantastic. Absolutely. You're just sitting there like at a council meeting, just like, is everything going okay down there? You're like, oh yeah, it's fine. Anything to report? No. Oh, the council's like, don't say it. Don't. I'm like, hey, did you see anything abnormal going on in the lower dimensions? I'm like, I saw a foot. I saw the foot of a being that was about 30 feet high. It was just the foot. It was basically looked like Galactus was walking across the desert. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Dragons. Nothing to report here. Just, you guys keep playing in your reality. You guys will be just fine. You know what I mean? Boy. I know. I heard that. We want you guys to have fun. I keep getting that. I think it's time for sea-doos, vacations, building things, growing things, and that's the only reason why I'm here with you guys. Like, I just want to build awesome things with you guys. I just want to get there. I really don't even want to know 80% of the stuff that they filter through me. I just want to be like, can we just have paradise and hang out together? Come to Rise of the Guardians. We can party together, hang out. Okay. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, I know a guy. They're like, oh yeah, who are you going to call? You're like, Ghostbusters? And I'm like, no, I'm going to call an adjudicator. They're like, their face just goes white. Yeah. Oh, that's not so funny now, is it? You want to keep messing with the timelines? I got something for you. How about a 10,000 year penalty box? Invention, burning with passion for us dragons. Burning with passion. Invention, burning with passion. That's all my fellow dragons out there. I love you. Invention, burning with passion. Again, dragons, higher tier, above 12D. No, we're not the Sakar, the Dragonian, or any of this Wonka Tonka. We have dragon celestial souls. The dragon species is one of the oldest species in the entire known universe. Okay. Just like the Lyrans are one of the oldest species in the known universe. And if you piss me off, I'm going to call them the Negus. Okay? It's going to turn into some sort of a... You think Freddy Krueger was scary? I'm going to call in some Negus to do a tap dance on you. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm just kidding. I would never call in the Negus. That's humor. Ha 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 ha. Like this, ha 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 ha. He's so funny. Let's pull another dragon card. The Negu is the oldest species in this universe, by the way. Is, not one of. So. Next card is understanding. Looking at both sides. Absolutely. You guys, we're here for balance, love, and understanding. Okay, so understanding, looking at both sides. I'm not here to point fingers. I'm trying to take the best of the best, get my friends and family up and out of this reality into a higher dimension of existence so we can all hang out and be in each other's, be in our hearts. So it doesn't have to be more complicated than that, ladies and gentlemen. You can translate it in any religion you want. Christed heart. Let it rip. What's he talking about? A Christed being, a Christed heart. Getting his friends and family in that place where he can hang out with them in that form. So. Divine Masters. Buddha's dope. Yeshua's dope. Krishna's dope. Let me translate. Dope equals awesome. Brahma, Shiva. I mean, I don't know. All of the ones, and the ones that we've forgotten their names. They're cool too. Great Spirits, rad. All right. Sophia, Mary, Kuan Yin, Athena, Odin. You know what I mean? Thor's pretty cool. I mean, make a phone call for that guy. All right, what we got? You got to be shitting me, dude. I pulled Kuan Yin. Come on, Asia. Let's get it popping, baby. Kuan Yin, enlightened action. Choose compassion, more forward with grace. Move forward with grace. Kuan Yin. Thank you. Hey! Kuan Yin's dope. I'm like, oh yeah, the card. You mean Kuan Yin? It's fantastic. By the way, if you guys don't know this, when I gridded the entire eastern seaboard of China on the 15-hour train ride from Shanghai all the way down to the south, before we went over to Giza in 2012, Kuan Yin worked with me personally when I picked her up and was speaking with her at one of the Buddhist temples, I don't know, in the mountains of Wengsao or something. We're up in these places. Anyways, Kuan Yin is the dragon tamer. So if you guys have a dragon soul and you're male, ask Kuan Yin to calm you down. You can ask Sophie or Mary, but Kuan Yin was actually the one that could do it. I don't know. Kuan Yin for me, maybe I have like a different heritage or whatnot, but Kuan Yin really did help me shift from that dark side to more of a neutral place. She's rad. I don't tell you. Kuan Yin's awesome. I don't really have words. I'm just telling you, if you're like, how do I train if you're watching a TV show, how to train my dragon, and you're a male, you could be a female too, mind you, or a male spirit in a female body. Listen, call in Kuan Yin. For me, that was always the dragon tamer. So just, I don't know if tamer is the right word, but she really did help me. I've never pulled this card. How about Vajrogini? Transcending fear. Facing fear leads to fearlessness. Embrace your power. Dude, how about that, Mapples? All right, and from India, coming in hot, Vajrogini. Transcending fear. That's what's going on right now. We're transcending fear. Okay, and by the way, this thing happening in Iran, if they're going in there to get a specific group of weirdos out of there, let them do their job. I got to be honest. I don't believe this narrative. There's weird controlling factions on this earth. Get these guys out of here. Same thing in the underground things in Ukraine. Get them out of here. They don't belong here with us. Okay? They don't have our best interest in mind, and they're just, I don't know, man. You guys are going to, listen, the files are coming out. I don't have to say anything. Just be patient. I'm not even gonna go down that well. You guys are all see it when all the truth comes out. Okay? We're going to unicorns. That's what I'm talking about, dude. All right. Let's call them the Nords, shall we? Come on. Any Nords? Don't be a D. Come on. Give me a Nord over here. Pull it. They literally said they're busy. I was like, oh, what are you doing? You making some tea up there? Come on. If you were so busy, I wouldn't have to sit here and pull cards all day. You know what I mean? Here we go. Next one. Oh, you don't like that joke? You're so busy, I wouldn't have to have incarnated. You know what I mean? Just kidding. Like the rest of my family. Not hope. Bang. Hope. Hope right now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Nords. Hope. Okay. There's a unicorn behind him. Fire horse, baby. Call that a cosmic steed. All right, let's go. They're like, oh, we're busy. I'm like, oh, you're busy? You think you don't think I have other places I like to be right now? You enjoying yourself? All right, just kidding. Listen, I'm talking on behalf of all of us down here, all of us fellow Starseed and Galactic Ambassadors who chose a mommy and daddy and incarnated. Welcome to the show. Pleasure to have you. All right. Next Nord call. For all my fellow commanders out there, you're not alone. I promise you. You know what I mean? Weeping into a pillow at 3 a.m. going, what is this? You're not alone. I promise you. You're not alone. Okay. We're the strongest of the strong, or your higher selves would have handled this 10,000 years ago. They didn't. We're here. Action. Nordics, beauty. Hope and beauty. All right. Just keep it tucked in there. Happy Valentine's Day for all you guys out there. Apparently she's feeling it right there. Beauty. All right. There's a lot of beautiful things down here on Earth. Come on down. Enjoy the beauty. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the coffee. You know? What's going on under the ground? Oh, we don't talk about that. You know what I mean? Okay, we're going to go RV because everyone wants to know, including myself. Then we're going to go right into unicorns, okay? Because I love you. All right. Let's get the RV for this week coming up. And please, by the power of all that is awesome, let's just keep moving towards this date, okay? Like I said, all we can do is be positive. I know things are changing. It's popping over here. I can't play the music. They'll block it. All right. RV for this week. While I'm pulling the RV cards, why don't you guys punch in where around the world you guys are watching from, okay? RV for this week. Why do I feel so much heat here? Help me out here. They really want to make a sentence, dude, so I'm gonna hold off. I mean, they're like, reach back in. I'm like, all right. First two cards is, okay, opposition, confrontation, 53. That's the first one I pulled. Opposition. So we have the new quantum system going head to head with Swift, the old guard, the U.S. leaving the U.K.'s, or I would say the English Empire's bullshit system. By the way, love everyone in the U.K. You guys keep fighting the good fight for peace, sovereignty, and your own rights. Whatever that is, I watched a whole video on your Magna Carta. You guys need to get your rights back out in the UK. Enough with this bullshit. And by the way, the royal family in England is not even British. They're Germans, and they purchased the damn crown. Look it up. So, I love Diana. That's all I want to say about that. But I love Diana, though. Opposition, confrontation. Next card is Ninth House, exploration. There's exploration right now. There's adjustments in the timeline. There's adjustments in the financial thing. It's exploration for you guys out there to see which assets are going to revalue. RV means revalue. Whether it be gold, silver. We already know that's going to the moon, and it has been. Which cryptos, ISO 222 cryptos do you like? Maybe it's foreign currencies, IQD, VND, Vietnamese dong. Maybe it's some Bolivar. I'm not a financial expert. This is my humble opinion. I just heard it on the grapevine. Pay attention out there, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. Let me see where you guys are punching in from. 69 comments, 69. Yep. Thank you. Listen, I just love Diana. So, I mean, Diana was fire. Delaware, baby. You can see in her eyes. She's like, what did I sign up for? These guys are some lizard people. Some lizzies in there for you. You know what? Sorry. I'm not sorry. Some shenanigans going on. That's all I'm trying to tell you. All right. Reunions in the ether. Come to Rise of the Guardians. Make it real. May 8th through the 10th. TeamLightStore.com for your tickets. We also have sales going on right now. That'll be going on till the end of February. And I believe the coupon code is Firehorse. No space. Firehorse is your coupon code at TeamLightStore.com. RV. All right, here we go. I love you. Hey, listen. I love you. Irish Celtics. Dude, let's go. By the way, I am Irish and Scottish. I just hide it very well in this bronze skin. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I actually am. North Carolina. Detroit, Michigan. I'm also Czech, Polish, French, Native American. And I'm also German. Jesus Christ. I have a little Mercedes-Benz brain, okay? Sweden. British Columbia, Michigan, baby. Grapevine, Texas. Which tribes? Blackfoot and Chickasaw, you may ask. You may ask, what native juice is running through his veins? Blackfoot, Chickasaw. All right. Jersey. All right, here we go. UK, California. Chico, California. Georgia. Cape Town, baby. South Africa. Bro, get in it. Love you. Rhode Island. Love you. North Carolina. England, UK. Iowa. Scotland. Florida. Indiana, baby. Indiana, baby. I'm coming out there. Philly, baby. Texas, South Carolina. I cannot wait to just meet all you guys and just go to these locations and be like, you want to be in charge of that? You're like, yeah. I'm like, cool. That's your job now. Oh, goodness gracious. Marco Island. Toronto, Colorado. Minneapolis, Minnesota. If we do a retreat in Hawaii, there's potential in the future. Make sure you guys have your PADI certification for scuba diving. I like to dive a lot. So we're going to be going under the water and surfing. Arkansas. New Hampshire. Plug in, eat those grounding vegetables. Absolutely. Potatoes, bro. Loaded baked potato, baby. You're like, hey, man, what's your favorite food down there, man? Loaded baked potato, baby. Vegetarian, though. No bacon. Loaded baked potato. Canada. Philly, baby. Cali. Wisconsin, Michigan, UK. Hi from Spain. I love you. I want to buy a castle out there. Real talk. I have friends out there. Let me know if there's any castles for sale out in Spain. Sedona, baby. Alberta, Columbia, Texas. Wisconsin, Virginia, Philly, born and raised, baby. Florida, New Zealand, love you. All right. Yes. Arkansas, love you. Maryland, baby, let's go. Yes, we know. Buffalo, New York. They're lizards. Like, we know. Listen, you know what I mean? Some of these guys need to go on a diet. Fighting in the UK. Love you. Yo, Blu-ray. Hey, we love you. This shit's popping off. I just want you guys to know, like, we have nothing but love for peace, sovereignty, freedom, and love for all human beings on this planet. No more slaves. No more tyranny. That's what we're about. Okay. So these guys are going to end up in jail. Okay. So that are messing with your guys' sovereignty and free will. Every single one of the names is already on the list. Maryland, Delaware, Buffalo, Diana. Yes, she was the legitimate dude. I just love. I don't know, something about her. We all love Diana. That's all I can say. Valentine's Day, Greche, Queensland, Australia, San Fran. Okay, Canton, Ohio. Yes, I do agree with this. The 0 point of neutrality is the goal. Source energy, consciousness, polarity, strength, flow through an activated heart is achievable. Yes, Cheryl, 100,000%. Diana is awesome. Yeah. Strange family. I saw a video of a small child using a sheet to juke out of the side window out of the Queen's chamber, whoever it was. So, strange family doesn't put it there. It's beyond strange, bro. Yeah, it's beyond strange. You guys don't believe me? Find the video and then explain that to me. Love Diana, though. Again, one more time. Yeah, love Diana. It's weird out there with Count Dracula. Love Diana. I mean, polarity. You've never seen polarity like that before. Okay. Hi, Kate. Hi, Kate. Sam. I don't know. Polish, baby. Listen. The Polish have gains. There's like something, and we live a long time. My grandma was 95 years old. Like, the Polish have some crazy genes over there. If you're Polish, give me a thumbs up. Yeah. He be having secrets. Dallas, Texas. Come on. Okay, we're going to keep going. You guys want more cards? Philly, baby. Come on. Mexican, German, and English. Sexy. That's sexy. That's a sexy mix. That's a sexy mix. That's spicy and attentive. Okay? That's spicy and I can do your taxes. Okay. California, Kansas. Just kidding. We're all the same. We're highly intelligent and spicy. Oh, God. Apache, you guys are on fire. UK Forestry School, please, Rion. Yes. And I actually have some people to help you guys out with that. Actually, that are already in the UK, in Scotland, that are going to assist. Okay? I already have people on the ground everywhere on Earth. I just wait. I'm going to have to bring in some druids, some powerful druids that are not deluded, but still remember their heritage. Diving is fire. Let's go dive. Absolutely. Okay, I can't keep up with all this. Let's go back to the RV cards. We want the last RV cards. Okay, it's going off. Okay, banners, RV intel. Okay, 2 more cards for us. Dignified strength. So how we work on these astrology cards, ladies and gentlemen, this is an astrology deck. So not only do these cards have meanings, but if you're a fellow astrologer out there, please put all in the comments on Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, what these cards mean, because they have far deeper meanings than me just flashing them. If you guys are astrologers, go ahead and plug it in. Dignified strength. Okay. That's for the week coming up. Dignified. I love that. Dignified. Keep it classy, planet Earth. Okay. Not Earth. We're not in 3D anymore. How about planet Gaia? You want to talk about 4D? Planet Terra. Not really into planet. I'm like planet Gaia. Okay. Let's go, Gaia. And the final RV card for this week coming up is third house, communication. The 2 birds are talking. Communication. All right. Third house. Communication. Okay. We have a huge week coming up. Fire horses on Tuesday. Solar eclipse. Fire moon. I mean, a ring around the moon. Fire ring. And it happens to be on the same day as Chinese New Year. And, I mean, aren't like half of the dragon families Asian? 30%? I wonder what that Buddhist monk is going to decide about who's making a decision on the fruitfulness of the abundance. I think that gentleman should say yes. And I think that we should move forward and have those cloud accounts to be usable by starseeds. Another thing too, I got to be real crystal clear with everyone out there, because I get confused sometimes. You guys help me out with this at the highest levels of governments above and below the ground. They're like, oh, here he goes. If you're going to release all these funds at the redemption centers or at a bank or whatever this is, and everything's going digital anyways, and it's on a blockchain, why don't you push the button for every single person on the planet that's ready to build and do real things, that are actually true humanitarians? And if you have weirdos that you don't trust cashing in currency, go ahead and pause their account and don't let any of the assets be removable. Why stop the rest of us from the flow and what we signed up to do, which is reformat and bring this entire realm into paradise? Push the green button, dude. I gotta look at all the people in the comments right now. Push the button, dude. You could go to a bank and they can say, oh, here's the things that transferred, but you don't have access to them. Fantastic. Move along. Let them do background checks on these people. Absolutely. But to stop the whole thing because of a handful of bad apples, I don't think that's in everyone's best decision. I know this is a military thing. I know the 12 generals are in charge, and I know that Mr. T is just a mouthpiece. I get it. I'm educated. But what I am trying to say is this. From a military standpoint, you got to give some of the starseeds, angelics, and those that actually are requested to incarnate on this planet during the Great Transition a head start and an opportunity to do the reason why we incarnated in the first place. I didn't come down here for a normal ascension. You have to have a category for us. You can't just keep us out of the category like we're mythical creatures from beyond the great veil. We are here in avatars staring at you. So, push the button, dude. How's that sound? And that goes all the way to the highest level of the dragon families on Earth. We're sitting here. We've been kind and patient a very long time. Let's go. You got weirdos. You don't want to have money? Fine. Pending. And just have the thing go like this for 10 years. We don't care. We have things to do. Thank you so much. From Galactic Command, Galactic Alliance, straight to you. Nice to meet you. All right. Unicorns. Let's get it. Thought I had to say that for everybody. They're like, we have things we're still cleaning up. I'm like, dude, if it's a quantum system on a blockchain, just pause all transactions from that account. Why pause the rest of us who are actually ready to go? It's strange. It doesn't make sense to me is what I'm trying to get to, ladies and gents. It doesn't make sense. You know, you guys have all this encryption and stuff. Well, they just pause their accounts, push the green light on those ready to go. Okay. Next card is Ascension Lift. Prepare for rapid spiritual growth. Be ready for opportunities. Again, for us sexy Palladians. I love you. Ascension Lift. We're ready to launch this week coming up. Share this video out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm only here to help and assist the collective. That's it. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. To hang out with you guys, share some insights, and get us all kind of organized in what we're trying to do together. Okay? Love you, dude. Hey, Andrew, listen. Hey, I guarantee me you are side by sides having the same things. I'm like, if it's a quantum blockchain, why can't we just set all the accounts that we don't want to get paid to pending and push the green light on all the rest of the ones and set the appointments? So what seems to be the problem? The free will has already been violated. The 2017 timeline adjustment's already been violated. Thus, there needs to be a pushback. There needs to be a win on the light side. I don't really care what's going on in Iran. It's a very small place. Same thing with what's going on in some of these other countries that are the size of Catalina. How about the rest of the planet and the rest of the starseeds that like to get to work now? Thank you. Step out of the way. So again, I'm just trying to be real. I'm not here to play 3D human games with you. I'm here to build the cities of light. I'm here to build things to protect children. I'm here to create higher vibrational living. I'm not here to play on your dogmas or your belief systems or who the mayor is or who your governor is or what religion that's only 2,000, 3,000 years old is. You have literally galactic emissaries in suits staring at you. Please act in accordance. Thanks so much. Just for everyone out there that needs a dose of common sense. You got older souls here going, hey, I really appreciate this kindergarten game you guys got going on and how your evolution's working out. Check this out. We have about 144,000 beings that actually chose to be here and sign soul agreements and contracts to come down here through these bloodlines to adjust the entire surface of a world, not only in the third dimension, but all realms of reality that are in the transverse or in the parallel realities in the multiverse. So here's the deal. When you guys adjusted the timeline against galactic protocols, we're going to have to kind of actually step in here and make adjustments because we actually cannot unvalidate all the beings that actually came here to balance the planet and assist their soul families going through evolution. Maybe it's your mom or your dad's first time going through ascension, or your sister or their friends. It's not your first time ascending into 5D. It's their first time. And you came down to help them. So let's not forget the dignified function of the universe evolving, shall we? Thanks. And the final card for us Palladians is Open to Abundance. Believe you deserved, accept plenty and prosperity. Listen, that is what we're going to end. Be open to abundance, ladies and gentlemen. Turn your hearts on. Turn that abundance on. Believe you deserve, accept plenty and prosperity. Okay, that is who we are. That is what's going on. I love you guys so much from across planet Earth. Ladies and gents, I am your subconscious making mouth sounds in English, explaining how we're all feeling inside. Just know that I love you. I only want the best for you. This Tuesday coming up, you guys kind of get with your family, be with the right vibrational people, because it is a solar eclipse. Make sure you're in the right thing, right group. Maybe don't do any visual medicine, just a heads up, and stay in your hearts, all right? TeamLightStore.com, sales going on. Firehorse is the coupon code. No space. Get your tickets. We're selling tickets again like hotcakes. I love you. It's going to be nuts. If you guys are in Sedona, yes, DJ Star-Lord is playing tonight. Happy Valentine's Day. And I love you guys very, very much, all right? Peace.
Turn off the light. Take a deep breath.
vibration, divine design. Ascending now to the seventh dimension, where divine grace flows in pure intention. We rise, we shine in crystalline light. Seventh dimension, calling us tonight. Releasing karma, old densities fade, crystals humming, sacred grids remade, vibrational shift from 3D to 5D and beyond. Galactic family, eternal bond. Ascending now to the seventh dimension.